Hello friends, welcome to your YouTube channel. In our previous video, we have created a simple web mapping application. We have also added a layer switcher in which we can switch on and off various layers. In today's video, we will enhance this layer switcher and will assign some groupings into the base and overlay layers, and we'll add collapse and expand functionality to it. In addition to that, we'll also add Lat-Long capability. So whenever we move our mouse or cursor, it will show the Lat-Long of that position. We will also add scale bar functionality to the web application, so that as soon as we zoom in and zoom out into the application, scale bar will reflect the actual scale. So let us begin. So here is our index.html for the web application which we created last time. JavaScript file. You can see the layer switcher which we added, and here is the basic styling file for our last application. Now we will start with the JavaScript file, and if we look at it, what we did last time is we created a tile layer and added it to the map file. Now, because we want to group various layers, so what I am doing is I am creating one more base layer, non-tile, and let us create it. So ol.layer.tile, and here I want to keep it blank, so I am giving it a title none, and I am setting it type base because it is a part of a base layer. Here I am not assigning the source. So it will not have any source, and it will basically a none tile, and visibility is false initially when we load the map. So this is the tile which we have created, and these two layers are going to be the base layers. Now let me comment the line which is adding layer to the map file, and now I am creating a group layer. So ol.layer.group, and here I am giving it a title base maps, and then I will set the layers which will become a part of a base maps. So OSM tile and none tile. So these are the two layers which will become part of a base group, and then now I will add this base group to the map. So basically map dot add layers and then base group. So I am adding those two layers, but they are grouped as a base layers. Similarly, I will comment the lines which are adding layer India, district and state, and again I am creating a new group layer, that is overlay group. So ol.layer.group, and then again I will set the title. So title will be overlays, and then layers which will become part of this group. So it is India district tile and India state tile, and then let me add it to map. So map.add layer overlay group. So I have added both the groups to the map. Now if I refresh the map, let me see. So it is coming as blank overlay base map. It is not behaving the way we want. So let us look at the code. Is there any mistake that we have done? So when I go and look at it, I have created a base group as ol.layer.tile, but it should be grouped. So let me refresh the map now. So now if we click on the layer switcher, the layers are grouped, overlays and base maps. So but now still street map is coming with a checkbox because it is a part of base map. It should come with a radio button. So let me look at it. Yes, I have to add type as base in this OSM tile. Now once I do that, if I refresh the map now, so it is a radio button. So base maps, the layers which are part of a base map becomes a radio button, and others which are part of a overlays, they become a checkbox. Now in order to have collapse and expand functionality, I have to add this fold true, and once I add that, let me refresh the map. So when I look at it, we have this expand and collapse functionality for the groups which we have created, and I can treat them as a group or individually. So this is about layer switcher. Now we want to add mouse position, cursor, lat-long position. So let me create a variable mouse position and ol.control.mouse position. Now we have to set some of the properties of this mouse position object which we have created. So projection, I have to provide the projection. So my projection is EPSG4326, and then I have to provide the coordinate, the format in which it will show the lat-long. So I am writing a small function. Basically it is telling the system that in which format I want to display the coordinate. So I am saying here y and x because I want to display it as a latitude and longitude. If I write x and y, then it will display longitude and latitude. And 6 is the number of decimal places, number of digit after decimal places for lat-long. Now object is created. Now let me add it to map. So map.add control mouse position, and when I refresh it and when I move the mouse on the map area, you can see on the top right corner it is showing me latitude and longitude. But this is not the position where I want to show the lat-long. I want to show it in the bottom center. So let me add some styling part to it. So I have to create a class for that. By default it is taking some style, but I am assigning it my own class. So mouse position, and here in CSS file we will change the properties. So dot mouse position, because it is a class, so we have to prefix dot, and now I will assign the position as fixed, and then I will set the properties for top, left, bottom, right. So top will be auto, right I am also keeping as auto, bottom I am keeping as 5 pixel, and then left I am keeping as 50%. And let me do some transform so that the text is adjusted exactly into the middle. So 50%, and now let us look at the map again. So now when I refresh it, you can see now lat-long values are coming at the bottom center. So if I move the cursor, the values will change. Now I can still further do some cosmetics like giving it a background border. So let me give it a border 1 pixel solid and gray, and then border radius I will keep it say 10 pixel, and then padding 5 pixel, background color I will give it gray with some transparency. So this is the value I am giving 0.6 will keep, and then font family. So the font with which I want the lat-long to be displayed, and font size is 12 pixels. So this is the basic styling I have done. Now let me refresh the map and look at it. So you can see here now it is bit pretty. Now it is looking good. So this is how I can add lat-long facility to my map. Now let us go to the JavaScript area, and now I want to add a scale bar or scale line facility to the map. So I am creating a variable scale control, new ol.control.scale line. So this is the variable I have to create, and now if I don't provide any properties and simply add this control to the map, let us see how it comes out. So let me refresh the map now. So you can see bottom left corner, you can see a scale line now, and as soon as I zoom in and zoom out, its value will change dynamically. Now I don't like this kind of a scale line. I want to have a legacy traditional kind of a view. So I'm giving the property bar as true and text as true. So it will show me the scale bar along with the scale value in the text. So now when I refresh the map, you can see it has been changed. So now when I zoom in and zoom out, it will change dynamically, and it looks prettier compared to scale line. That's what I feel. So this is how we can add scale bar capability to our web mapping application. So in this video what we have seen is we have enhanced layer switcher. We have added latitude and longitude based on the mouse movement, and we have added a scale bar facility to a web mapping application. So we will keep it up to this point. Thank you.